Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mancien. I wanted to come and say hello, to say that we are personally, I feel I'm at the end tail of a very long cycle. And my mission today is to be born, to be reborn before the new cycle even happens up, to be reborn to the new energies. For that, to have to let go of all kinds of old programmation that we had from the past, let go of the past as much as possible. For that, whatever had value in the past will be brought in the future, will be brought in the present. We will return to our consciousness, and whatever is negative will also be brought forwards until it is integrated and released. So then we are free to move into a completely different programmation. So let's see what the highest wisdom for us today from the angels is. A complementarity. It's about being able to be a match, to find your match, to find that life matches you, to find the perfect reflection, the perfect mirror. It can be in relationship, it can be in many things. But life, there is a newness to life that is able to bring a better reflection of who we are in order to have a more accurate vision of what our mission, our life plan, our soul plan is. For our soul plan is where we will find the greatest joy and happiness and fulfillment. And for that is because we came here to have certain experiences, we have to stop fighting the flow of our own creation, allow ourselves to take a time to mourn the loss of the old in order to be ready for the future. What we need to understand is the solution, for we already have the solution. The solution is already self-evident. Release, to release whatever needs to be released is the solution. For what we have to do is apprentissage. It means the way of learning, the way, the initiation. We have to allow ourselves to be initiated each and every day. That open our consciousness to the whole of life, and to understand that there is no other life. It is all happening through the inner self, through the perception that we have, through our many bodies. Everything is unified through the personality circuits of the Universal Father. For God is the first person in creation, and is as a person he creates, and he has created an infinite number of personalities that are all unique. And through the personality circuit, God is omniscient. As a super person, God eventuates. He creates his absonize. As a pre-person, he fragments himself. As the mystery monitors, the I am presence, and so everything happens from within. Everything is everything that the whole world is real, but it is all understood, and our inner perception of our outer reality condition the status of that reality. For eventually life becomes a mirror, and we move into a higher mirror. For the principle of reflectivity is one of the spiritual principles, as well as anti-gravity, that we will soon discover. The general message for us is forgiveness. We have to forgive ourselves, we have to forgive others, we have to forgive our lower self, we have to forgive all our mistakes, all our past, we have to forgive the mistakes of others. We have to really make a clear new start. For death and life happens is the same thing. For in essence, not talking about paradise, for paradise is eternally settled. All the life in the cosmos, God in the cosmos, when he dies somewhere, is reborn somewhere else. When something disappears somewhere, something else reappears somewhere. It is the transmutability of the living force that makes it immutable through the forces of evolution. And so the source being eternal, the source had nothing more to learn, and so in order to continue to shine, the creation of the cosmos was eventuated, and eventually creation became what it is. We are just at the beginning of that revelation, for so little is revealed about God in the universe, and so we are. So it is a self-revelation process through the heart. For the heart is the wisest of all counsel. For the ego is not a good counsel, yet the ego is very essential, because we came here as an individual form. We are encapsulated within this form, and our ego is what we believe ourselves to be. For it does not exist, does not have creative power, but it is an essential part of ourselves, and eventually our ego accept the fact that it is not, it is something else, it is something more. It is able to reintegrate all kinds of other facets of the soul. And so So when we're looking for what was the first cause, what's the reason for all that to happen, the cosmos, the creation of the cosmos. On Paradise there is very different ideas, people have different ideas of why God created the cosmos and the master universe, but in a sense here, in many sense, I do feel like it is about living, it's about learning, it's about growing, it is about evolving, it's about sharing, it is about learning about love, light and wisdom. It is about mastering all the things of the limitation of the world in order to achieve a reunification with that the eternal goodness, the eternal beauty, and the eternal truth that is at the essence and source of all life. So we have to allow ourselves to be led. It is very important. We do not have the wisdom to return to the source by ourselves, but there is a spirit within us that will lead us step by step in the process of life, in the acceptance of that which is given. And life, everything is by cycle. It's like a circular process in many sense. Yeah, so I also wanted to speak very briefly about the dragon. I made today. I had this nice contact with my dragon. For every human being is connected to a dragon. The dragon are mystical and mysterious beings that are six-dimensional beings. They are the secret guardian of the sacred fires. For all those things I'm talking about, many people may not believe me, but there is wisdom that will come from that knowledge if we attune ourselves to those frequency. For the dragon really existed in third dimension, in the physical plane, both in Asia and in the in Europe. They all had mythologies of dragon. They could not invent those beings if they didn't had some kind of reference form to portray them. And so those dragons were actually then the physical dragon were turned into duality. They were like dark and light dragons, polarized, and then they were eventually extinguished from this physical realm. But the dragons have decided to forgive humankind and to help and assist in this process. So in a sense, the dragons are really, they are reptilians, but they are really big creatures and very, very tiny wings, and yet they can fly freely through the air because they know the mystery of anti-gravity. As we reconnect to a dragon, we will be able to learn those mysteries and those secrets, and we'll be able to return to that state of freedom that will allow us to move freely through the air. So that is a very, very powerful, once many humans will achieve that. It's not, and we all have this potential. Also the dragons were when we have a physical chemistry that everything that happens within life happens within the breast, in a breast or out of breast. For everything, all the emotion or everything is locked within the breast. For all life, it's just a breath in this physical form. And so when the dragon were breathing, they had an internal chemistry that the gas that they would reject, for instance, us, we have carbon monoxide when we reject, and we breathe in oxygen and we reject carbon monoxide. But when they breathed out, they were breathing out a gas that would ignite in contact with oxygen. So that's why they were like breathing fire. It just was a natural thing for them. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wanted to come and wish you a nice day. It is very much about forgiveness, finding complementary within ourselves, to know that we already have the solution and allow ourselves to be guided, because life already has all the answers that we need. We just gotta tune and listen to it, and the information can come to us in mysterious ways. So be open to miracles and be reborn to a new state so that you can be ready for all the magic to come. I thank you very much. Namaste.